Hello, welcome back to the channel for another College CF review. Today we have another Star Wars The Vintage Collection figure, that being the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for 2023, Krrsantan, in a deluxe package with extra accessories from the book of Boba Fett. Now this guy will be coming out also as a standard deluxe release in a smaller size box with a few less accessories than what comes with this. This is exclusive to the convention but can be found on Hasbro Pulse. I'll put the link in the description below if he's still in stock at the time of this video. So take a look at the box. I got mine, as I said, from Hasbro Pulse. So online, you don't have to actually have gone to the convention to get yours. You can see nice artwork there on the front. Comes with some cool blasters. See some more of his accessories, which we'll get into. And on the back, picture of him, and then all of his accessories down there. And then on the top, you can see that this is like actually just a sheath for two boxes inside. So let's go ahead and pull everything out. As always, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and thank you to all those who have. Really appreciate the support. Keeps these videos coming. All right, push this out so you can see just in a sleeve. Cool looking artwork here on the front. You can see various different images of Krrsantan from live action in a few of these shots, and then as well as his cartoon or comic appearance. See the shoulder pads there. This is actually textured too. That's pretty cool. Here's the back. Let's crack this open as well. These stickers do come off nice and easy without damaging any of the packaging. You can see perfectly intact. For those of you who do want to keep them preserved on card, I don't really see a point in doing that, as you know, you can't actually see the figure through the box, but it is a nice box. Keeping the box, that could be useful, because it does look very nice, and it is kind of fun, I think, to do this. This looks awesome. So you can see this as a display, I think, in of itself. For those of you who do want to collect on the card, or box in this case, I think this looks pretty cool. You can see he's got a few different accessories here, and the figure in the middle, well, of course, with his bow as well. So let's start trying to get some of this stuff out. So maybe start with this box right here. That just pulls right out. And here, you can see we have the cross piece for the bow. We'll pull out in a minute. And then we have all these. These are all the extra accessories that it comes with. Alrighty, so in here it looks like we get a few different pairs of hands. So we have fists, two fists for using those knuckle busters, and then an open hand, and I believe this is for holding the melee run. She does very well. It's a fun accessory, as well as a mug. Can hold that too. So there you go. Those are what those hands are for. And then you do also get some electric shock effects to put over the knuckle dusters here. Like so. Something like that. Probably doing it a little wrong, but I think that's pretty close to how it's supposed to go on. Whoops. Not like that. Actually, I believe it's supposed to go on maybe through the hand. No, it doesn't fit that way. Yeah, I think it's something like this. Goes over the top of the hand. It might actually be for a specific side. Yeah, I think they just sit on there, something like that. Looks cool. So you get those effects and those accessories, and all the hands are articulated. So for the cup holding hands, they do move in and out. And for the knuckle duster hands, they move up and down. Very cool. Nice gold paint here too on all of those fists. So I'll set this stuff to the side for now. And you can see the gold on this mug. Oops. Not to be thrown, but there you go. Go in the mud. Very nice looking mug. And may the run. Also very nicely painted. Got the little green stem and that orange to yellow. Now let's go ahead and cut out some of these other accessories. All right, this is, I think, Krrsantan's primary weapon that we see in the Boba Fett, other than his knuckle dusters, being his rifle. Sculpted and painted very nicely. You can see some button detail on the side there in red. Nice silver on the barrel with like a faded gunmetal at the tip there with some blue effect in there almost. Very cool. Got the scopes up top. Another side, different sculpt. Very nice. Looks very nice. So there is that accessory. And over here, we get some knives. Nicely painted knives. I think they're in a gold plastic. And then nice silver. Very cool looking. And we also get like this electro pulse blaster thing. Oh, it's got 2 straps on it. There we go. And there's this thing as well. So without that detail, you can see this gun painted pretty cool. I like the matte gray plastic with some nice blue detailing for those pulsar sections. And then you can just put this blast effect over top, and there you go. Very cool looking. So those are all his weapons, almost, except for the one that is actually attached to him. So let's go ahead and get the figure out of the packaging here. I am slightly surprised to see these plastic holds on the figure, as I thought Hasbro was doing the, all paper style twisty tie things instead of the plastic, but doesn't bother me either way they want to do it. Of course, renewable is always better, but here is the figure. Yeah, look at that face sculpt. So the standard Krrsantan release will come with a closed mouth, whereas this comes with him screaming. Let me just check out the paint apps. Let's go ahead and pull off his bow rifle here. Get back to the figure in a minute. Just take a look at this. I believe this is the same sculpt that comes with all the Chewbacca figures that we've seen. So then we just take this piece and slot it in front one way or another. There we go. I believe it just sits kind of like that. It's not in there that securely, but I believe that is how it is supposed to go. So there's that. And it has a sling, so you can put it over your shoulder like it already came in the packaging. And let's get into the figure finally and see some really nice paint apps on this guy. He's got some nice like dry brushing effect on that fur, and the sculpt is fantastic. Feels really weighty too, very, very heavy figure. He's a big Wookiee. Some form of, it's like soft plastic, but I think it's some form of carrying bag or something made out of a hide maybe. He has a nice gold belt in there too. Some fantastic detailing. You can see there's some nice detail on the chest there too. Nice spiky shoulder pads, also with pretty intricate sculpting in there. Very cool. Same on the back. Very nicely done figure. Very nicely done. And so you can see the figure does already come with a pair of hands on him. These are for weapons holding. So let's check out his articulation. So his head is pretty limited due to the sculpt. It does move up and down a little bit and somewhat side to side. Would have appreciated a little more articulation out of him, but this is not too horrible, I guess. I mean, he doesn't turn his head all that much, I guess, in the show. You can get maybe to about there. Then at the shoulders, nice. Yep, you can hinge up all the way there. These shoulder pads and the whole bandolier assembly, which is all one piece, is all flexible plastic that just moves around, so it can accommodate his movement. So you get all the movement you want there. And then elbows. Ooh, very good bend out of that. Yeah, I was expecting a little less than 90, just based on how much, you know, the fur sculpt, but very good there. And the wrists do rotate. And these ones look like they hinge. Can't tell, the hinge is hidden on these once they're in there. They're pretty snug in there. Don't really feel like pulling them out, but they should hinge. Yeah, they hinge up and down. It's just pretty limited with them being inside. That way the fur sculpt kind of covers them. The hinge is pretty limited. I have seen other videos where people have you just pull the hand out a little bit, and you should be able to hinge it no problem. Then let's see, the torso. He does have a nice ball joint in there, which actually that's pretty good range of motion. You can crunch pretty far, and blade back pretty far. There's the crunch again. It's pretty good, and the side to side is also pretty good. And rotation is good. He does have nice ball joints, so kick up, kick back to about there, do the fur, and kick out to the side there. Does have thigh rotation. Nice bend at the knee. I love how the fur hides that hinge too, very clever. And then toes, feet are well articulated as well. Rocker ankles, everything. This guy's got just about everything. I think the only thing lacking really is the, you know, lack of articulation out of the head. That's probably it. But very nice looking figure here. Very nice looking figure. Just angle the camera back down here. So you can take a look at the figure more closely. Let's give him his blaster, his main rifle that he uses in the Book of Boba Fett show. Maybe let's give him a sword too. Yeah, he's looking pretty cool. He's a big figure. Stands pretty well though, pretty solid. Of course, he's probably gonna fall over on me. And then if you wanted to, I think you could use the knuckle duster electro shock things on these hands, which they might actually go in a little better because his hands are actually open. Yeah, they clip on really nice onto these hands as opposed to the closed hands actually, I've found. Let's see. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. That clips on very nicely. Just on the closed hands, I was having trouble actually finding, if you look at the little effect, it has these little handles on the back. And with his open hand, they actually do slot into something. But on the closed hand, they just kind of rest there. So, and then can you hold this? Yep, so then you can also hold the cup in this, with these hands too. You don't have to use the fully open hands. And you could balance the melee run maybe without losing it, but so you can do all of that. Yeah, and this bow rifle is not the greatest, I gotta say. It attaches pretty easily. Now, I might be doing something wrong, but I don't think so. I think it just is a very loose fit. So yeah, this is how it's supposed to go on, definitely. I don't know, just a little bit of super glue. It'll stay in there if you want to do that. Otherwise, I think you should be able to sling it over his shoulder, like that. Yeah, I might have to glue this piece on. But I probably won't be using this figure with the bow rifle anyway, so I don't really care all that much. Though this is kind of a cool look, having some extra weapons on him. You can also give him this big thing, which you can hold from the back, like that, or you hold it in here. I don't know. This way might be a bit harder to get him to hold it. It's on the box. It looks like. All right, so they do have him holding it from inside. Just gotta wedge his hand in there. Let's see. Why is that so tricky? It is sitting at a funny angle. All right. Let's try the other hand. Probably won't be using him with the successor anyways, but it is a bit hard to actually get him to hold it. He does hold it, but he definitely looks cooler, I think, in my opinion, with this blaster. Nice big rifle for quite a large Wookiee. And I do really like these sword accessories, that's fun. As well as the more comical melee run and jug that we see him, you know, when he's in his slightly depressed phase without work in Book of Boba Fett. So that is the Vintage Collection San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Krrsantan. And before we wrap up, let's just do a few comparisons here. There's Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett. There's Fennec. This is Deluxe Boba Fett. And Mando, just for size. So definitely a big Wookiee. I think scales pretty well from what we see in the show. He's a big gladiator. Should definitely be large in size, both height and nice and broad. And he definitely fits that criteria. And you know, if you don't want to use all these extra accessories with Krrsantan, you could give them to your other figures, maybe. I mean, this handle's really thick, so I don't know, but you could probably find a way. And of course, you could use accessories like the mug or Universal on the melee run as well, especially with that new Haslab Ghost. Melee run might come in handy. But that about wraps up for this review of Star Wars The Vintage Collection Krrsantan. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more reviews, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.